Good day, guys. So today we'll be looking into your RPA. Okay. So I'll be giving you a short introduction on RPA. Then we'll continue to UiPath and then we'll move on to your experiment one. Okay. So as you all know, so you might be wondering what is RPA or what you're going to achieve with that. Okay. So for that, you should probably know, you should be able to understand what the objective is. Okay. To be able to automate or to work with the tools of UiPath and its automation, you should be clear with the objective of the RPA. Okay. So as you can tell, it probably begins with its name itself. Okay. So you all know what RPA is, right? RPA stands for your robotic process automation. Okay. So there is nothing different apart from that here. So when I tell a robot, okay, when I frame the term robot, okay, what comes to someone's mind is that we have something that replicates a human being, right? Something that replicates a human being and its actions and our actions, right? And using AI, we're also trying to make a robot think just like a human, right? So that is what when I put the term or put the word robot, it completely means. Okay. So that is all the term robot holds. And coming to the term process, okay. So what does process mean? Okay. A process simply means that, okay, I'm just giving you the definition of it. Okay. Process simply means that it's a step-by-step, okay, a method that you're doing a step-by-step activity or a task, right? That is what a process means. And what does an automation mean? Okay. An automation is something which is done independently, okay, which does not depend on any other thing. Okay. Any other like a mechanical, it does not depend upon any other object for its task to be completed. So when I'm telling you robotic process automation, it should clearly mean that a process that should be done, or that is an activity or a task that should be done without any intervention from the human being. Okay. So, okay, that is your very short, okay, introduction about your RPA. So these are the topics which we are going to cover. Okay, what is RPA, your RPA tools, so why are we using UiPath and not any other tools? And I'll also be telling how to install your UiPath. Since it is your very first time, I would want this introduction to be with the installation of the UiPath, and then how to get started with UPI. That is what kind of projects you can do in UiPath Studio, UiPath components, and the UiPath Studio components. Okay, this is all that we're going to cover. Okay, so like it said, I was talking about RPA, right? Your robotic process automation. Okay, so here we are trying to, I would just give it back again to you, because only through this you will be able to get a clear objective of what you are going to do. Okay, you're just trying to mimic a human behavior by executing a sequence of steps without any human intervention. Okay, so that is what you're going to do here. So I think after this small definition or small introduction, you'll be able to have a good grasp about your objective on what you're trying to accomplish here. Okay. So your RPA tools, okay, RPA tools, when I tell them, there are many RPA tools that are available, okay. I've just cornered around 5 for you, 5 which are probably used very commonly. These are the 5 tools that I used, okay. So the question now should be, why are we using UiPath and not any other like Blue Prism or Pega or WorkFusion? Why are we not using any other and UiPath, okay. So I've just given you a comparison table, okay, between your UiPath, Blue Prism, and your Automation Anywhere. I've just gone it from there to the 3 most popularly used tools, okay. So the first thing that you could find out is that in Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere, trial versions are available, okay, after which you'll have to go for the payment mode. Okay, but here UiPath exclusively has a community edition. Okay, it means this edition is free, okay, and it is available for anybody to use. Okay, and the second thing is that all the tools are popular, But then the learning curve here is that for UiPath is that it is pretty much user friendly. Okay, as in the learning and the implementation is very simple, and it also has a visual designer. Okay, it makes it stand apart from the other tools. So that is the main reason why we are opting for the UiPath. Okay. So we'll just look into how to install your UiPath. Okay. So as you can see, all you have to do is the first time you'll have to just go to your uipath.com. Okay, the website uipath.com. And then you'll have to just click into the try UiPath for free. Okay, the uipath.com will bring you to this page. From here, you will have to just click try UiPath for free. And then it will take you into your login credentials. You just have to log in. After logging in, you will be taken to a page just like this. Okay, this automation cloud page, where I think on the right hand side, you'll be able to find an option called download. Okay, you just have to download. You'll have to click this. After clicking this, the software will start to download. This is same as just any other installation. Okay, you're just going to download. And when the download is complete, okay, in the UiPath setup, okay, this is very important. Okay, kindly do not give the custom option, okay, which we do not require. And this custom option will go for a paid mode. Okay, so you'll have to take up the quick one recommended for community users. Okay, this is the community free edition that we are using. Okay, so you'll have to just accept the terms and give install. And that's it. Your tool will start to install. Okay, your software will be installed. And then after the installation, you will get this pop-up thing called Launch UiPath Studio. Okay, you'll just have to click it, from where it will be taken to this. Okay, so this service URL, which it will be already provided. Okay, this is going to be provided earlier itself. You will just have to click sign in. You don't have to do anything here. You just have to click sign in, which will take you to, which will connect you. Okay, probably your name will appear here. Okay, you are going to connect yourself, and then this is your welcome pop-up bar. Okay, and one more thing you can notice here is that you have all these short introduction videos, tutorials, and also you have free training, academy training. Okay, this is all available in a free mode. Okay, this is one of the main reasons why UiPath is opted. Okay. And your next thing is your automation canvas. Okay, this is what we call as your your automation canvas. Okay, everything is here. Your start tab is here, your tools tab, you have all your projects, your processes, your libraries, and everything is here. Okay, so using your start tab, you'll be able to open any like saved files which were saved earlier. That is, you're going to open a local project that is available earlier. And using tools tab, you can open extensions. Okay, extensions that you want to download or something. All you have to do is just search it and then you can download it. Okay, it is just simple as that. So this is all about your installation. Okay, so your installation is very simple. And now we'll get started with your UiPath. Okay. Okay, so we have two main key concepts under UiPath. Okay, that is activities and sequence. Okay, so when I tell activity, it is a simple task that you're going to do. An example, I'm just clicking my mouse. I'm clicking my mouse here once. Okay, it's called an activity. Okay, but for example, I need to open a file under my local disk. Okay, under my local disk, under the name subject 1. Under the subject 1, I'll have to go for another folder. It means I'm going to click it twice, thrice, right? I'm going to keep clicking it once, twice, thrice till I reach my destined file. It means I'm doing a series of tasks. That means a sequence. Okay, when you're doing a work or a task just once, it's called an activity. Okay, a very simple thing is clicking a mouse once. Okay, I'm just going to click my mouse here. Okay, that's it. Okay, it means it's an activity. But then another example is logging into your mail. Okay, I have a task to do. I'm just not going to just click once and remain calm. I'm going to click my mail, click my inbox. Okay, my objective here is to look into the mail that I've received. Okay, and I've completed the task. Okay, so by doing these series of activities, okay, this is called a sequence. Okay, these are the two concepts of UiPath, okay, that you'll have to remember. And coming to the type of projects in UiPath Studio, okay. So as a beginner, what we would do is we would be taking up blank projects, okay. We take up blank projects. There are also other kinds of projects like simple process, agent process improvement, and your frameworks, okay. You can, as a beginner, we start with blank projects. You can also go for processes that are available. You can also go for process improvement, where you have developed a process and then later on you want to go for an improvement, you can take that up. You can also go for developing a framework. Okay, these are all different kinds of projects available. So this is a small snippet of how a simple process would look. Okay. Okay, so coming to UiPath components. Okay, so I want you to be clear here. We have two topics, that is UiPath components and UiPath Studio components. Okay, so when I tell it's UiPath components, it means that, okay, we have three main components here. That is UiPath Studio, UiPath Robot, and UiPath Orchestrator. Okay, so these main components, what happens here is this UiPath Studio is the tool that we are using. Okay, so what are we using it for? We are just using the functions of drag and drop. Okay, and it also has a very good visual manner which helps in designing the automations for the processes. Okay, this is what a UiPath Studio does. Okay, so when I talk about UiPath Robot, it is something that will execute these processes. Okay, in the place of a human. Okay, a studio is where you're going to do the process or you're going to complete the task. But this UiPath Robot is what helps you in executing the process in the place of a human, that is automation. And this is UiPath Orchestrator. Okay, this is simply a web application. Okay, this would help you in deploying, okay, what you have worked on, okay, your activity, your process which you have completed. This orchestrator will help you either to manage or to schedule or to deploy it, also with both the help of both the robots and the process. Okay, you will be able to, with the help of the orchestrator, you will be able to, manage both the studio, the process in the studio, and also the robot. Okay, so these are the three main components of a UiPath. Okay, I have told you this so that you understand how an UiPath works or how a robotic process automation works. Okay, you will have to prepare the process, that is the task and the activities you're going to prepare that, and then you're going to give it to the robot. Okay, that is something that does not depend on a human. So you're going to ask the robot to execute the process, which will be overlooked. Okay, this will be overlooked. Both the process and the robot will be overlooked by the orchestrator. Okay, so now coming to the UiPath Studio components. Okay, so here when it tells Studio components, by the time you install and open your UiPath setup, that is your canvas. Okay, your automation canvas, we called it as automation canvas. Okay, so the options or the tools that are available here, okay, these are called as ribbon. Okay, these are called as ribbon. And then the tools that are here, okay, on the left hand side of the pane, they are called as activity pane. And the tools that are available in the right hand side of the pane are called as the properties pane. Okay, and then this part, okay, this part is called as the work area or the designer view. It is called as the work area or the designer view. This is where you're going to work. Okay, all your drag and drop, just like I told earlier, this is a functionality where drag and drop is used previously. So here, this is the work area where you're going to do it. And we have something called control bar. Okay, this control bar is available below, just below your work bar. Okay, Okay, so this is all about your RPA. I hope you're very clear about your objective of the RPA, why we are taking up UI path, and then your installation of the RPA. Okay, and your components, your UI path components, and your UI path studio components. Okay, so now we'll move on to your experiment one. Your experiment one is sorting. Okay, it is sorting where I have taken up. So I'll just show you my file. I've just prepared a Excel file. Okay, Excel file with the name of students. Okay, with the name of students, their register numbers, their mail IDs. Okay, if they have registered for the event or if they have attended the event. Okay, their values, their CGPAs are all here. Okay, so what happens here is what I want is I want this to be filtered as I want only the students who have attended the sessions, okay, who have attended the sessions, and I also want it to be in the order of their CGPA. I want the highest, the person who has scored the highest CGPA to be on the top. That is the descending order, okay. That is how I want it to be, okay. So this is my requirement, okay. So let me just phrase it again. Okay, so this is my Excel file here, students registered, their register number, attendance, those who have attended, and their CGPA. Okay, the value C column is just a null one. You can have it or you can probably change it if required. Okay, so or you can add another attribute. Okay, so what I want is I want the students only those who have attended. Okay, the students who have only attended the seminar, and I want them to be arranged based on their CGPA, that is from highest to lowest. Okay, so that is my requirement here. So this is the Excel file I've created. So you will also have to create an Excel file, and when you are going to work in your canvas, you will have to close this. Okay, you cannot have it in open. Okay, you will have to close this file. And another main thing that you're going to remember in sorting is, okay, there are 4 points here, okay, or 4, probably I can tell, key works that you're going to do. Your first one is your Excel file. Okay, first one is your Excel file. Your second one is duplicate. Your third one is filter, and your fourth one is range. Here I've taken up sorting. So I'll be doing either ascending or descending. Okay. So your first one is Excel file, second is duplicate, your third is filter, and your fourth is range. Okay. So I do have an exercise here. So I'll just open a new task. Okay. Okay, I'll open a new task and I'll go with blank task. Okay, so as I told you earlier, this area, okay, this is your ribbon. Okay, this is your ribbon. This is your activity pane. Okay, this is your activity pane. This is your properties pane. Okay, you have your work area here, your design area, design view or work area, and you also have your control bar here. Okay, so here, all you have to remember is your functionality here is drag and drop. Okay, and the first thing which I told you is Excel file, right? Excel file. So all I'm going to do is so you'll have to check in the activity pane if you're able to find the Excel file. Okay, so I do have my Excel file here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag, okay, and drop it here. Okay, that's it. So, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the location of the place where I've stored my Excel file. Okay, so I'll have to browse for the file. Okay, so I've named it as exercise number 1 starting. So it has been uploaded. Okay, if you're able to see the file location here, it means it has been uploaded. And now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to give a duplicate. Okay. Okay, give a duplicate here. Okay. So what happens here is, you should be careful of one thing here. Okay, that is, there are two additional drop activity panes here. You have one drop activity here and you also have another here. Okay, so you should know the difference. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm working under one activity. Okay, I'm not doing a different activities here. I'm working under one activity. It means my first one would be Excel file, that is use Excel file. And when I create my duplicate file or another file, it should be 1.2, 1.3, and so on. Okay. If it goes as number 2 duplicate file, it means you have created another activity. Okay. So you should be careful that you should click inside this first activity. Okay. You cannot go to the second activity. Okay. You're going to just click here. Okay. And one more thing is that you have two options. Okay. Probably when you want your activities, okay, you can also get from here, okay, from this activity pane, or you can also search and find it from here. Okay. Now I'm going to search for the duplicate. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to remove any duplicates. I'm going to create a duplicate. So I'll be just clicking this duplicate sheet. Okay. So now I have a duplicate sheet and you can see that here it is 1.1. Okay, it means you are under the same activity. Okay, and now again, you'll have to go click the Excel. And now I want another Excel. Okay, so I'm going to just click sheet 1. Okay. Um, okay, this will be renamed to, okay, this will be renamed. You're going to duplicate it, load the location, that is, you're going to provide the Excel, and then you're going to it will be renamed. Okay, and now you're going to add another activity. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go for filter. Okay. Okay, so what did I plan on doing? And you can keep checking the numbers. It's now 1.2. Okay. So what did I plan on filtering? I wanted to take it up based on the students who have attended the sessions, right? So I'll just click the sheet. I'll select the same sheet and the range will be displayed here. The range which is shown in your sheet that you have uploaded will be displayed here. So now I'm going to just click attended. Okay. And I'm going to configure the filter. Okay. Okay, I'm going to configure the filter based on the students who have attended. And I've matched the attended column with the value C with a number of it. I've given it as a null value. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'll have to go for range. Okay. So the range which I'm using here is sort range. Okay, there are different kinds of range here, but the one which I'm going to use here is sort range. Okay, sort. Now again, I'll have to select the Excel and I'm selecting sheet 1, which I did earlier. Okay, Now I'm going to add the sort column. The column which I want to be sorted, I'll have to specify it, okay? And that is the CGPA. I want them to be sorted according to their CGPA. Okay, so I just give them descending order. Okay, so, and I guess that's it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click run. Okay, so this is the file which I had given for test, right? Exercise number 1, sorting. This is the file which I had provided for, which I have given as the input. Okay, this is the file which I had given as the input, right? It has different it has them according to their registration. Okay, but here this file, okay, the output file, this has been, okay, this has been, sorted according to this order from high to low. Okay, so this is how you would know that your program was successful. Okay, that your bot has been successfully implemented. Okay.